Florida heat, suspension system training plus calisthenic workout. So I thought I'd come live just to see what everybody else is fucking doing. I didn't come live yesterday. Fucking Mondays are just swamped, especially with all the other, like the future business that we're working on. God, so much shit to do. So much shit to do. But fucking great day so far. So I'm just wondering if YouTube's even going to tell people. I actually got into a little tiff with the YouTube creator thing today, blah, blah, blah. So we only got people joining. So apparently they are going to tell a few people. I was asking why it takes me 4 or 5 times to get my verification check back, because they keep sending it to me and then they don't fucking send it back, you know. But anyway, just finished my workout. Yeah, I did about 50 minutes of the suspension system training program that my wife has made for me. Brutal, and I mean fucking brutal. It was a full body today. And then I did, I think it was you got notified. What the fuck? That's crazy. But I did, what else? What else did I do today? Oh, I started off with just some straight calisthenics. I did some full range push-ups. Like I sat 255-pound bumper plates, and then I set 235 ones. So I had a little bit of down angle, and I did push-ups all the way down to my chest touch. So my hands actually got behind my chest. Felt really fucking good. Nice and slow, good squeeze at the top, then concave through as if I was trying for a planche, which I will not be able to get a planche with my shoulder. Before anybody even asks, I will not be able to get a planche with my shoulder. But fucking, I did about, I think it was 6 sets of 25, so 150 push-ups like that. And then I worked on core a little bit. I did yoga to warm up with. And then I'm going to do some mobility work tonight. And tonight I believe is flexibility work that she has planned for me. My wife is my coach. She's my trainer, and she's fucking, she's amazing. Which, by the way, you can check the description box for our coaching. We still have a few spots open. The special is over for my birthday, my 50th birthday. But if you are interested, we do have coaching spots available, like 3 or 4 right now until maybe next week. We have a few people that might be graduating now. So fucking amazing. So happy with folks. The biggest issue that we had a lot of people come to us with is that as we reopened, they were having a hard time. They had already lost weight, but they built really no skills because they were able to put themselves into kind of like a vacuum, you know, and to be able to shit. And they were able to very much control every little thing they did. But once that was gone, they had a hard time. So what I'm going to do here is I'm going to go to my video, boom, notifications. I'm going to see if I can get this live on my phone instead of having to fucking scroll like this, because I hate fucking scroll like this. Anyway, happy birthday was last week. You got notified. Wow, fucking no shit. Hey, what do you think about water fasting about 10 days? I am considering that, but would love to hear your opinion on it. Like, is it for religious reasons, or is it for because I don't understand why people would so you're going to go 10 days without food and then reintroduce food to your system. Now, I understand people might want to burn through calories, but to not take in any nutrients, I would hope you would be taking some sort of multivitamin or something like that, and I would absolutely suggest that you get under doctor supervision. It is not great to fucking put yourself in that type of starvation thing. And it depends on where your body fat level is at too. If you don't actually have the energy to go to, you're just going to eat away at your lean mass. Now, if you're very, very, very obese, obviously you have mass to go to. You obviously have energy to go to. But the problem with that is you're going to fuck your relationship up with food probably more. Consistency is key. Consistency is the king if you're trying to get healthy. So I don't know what the reason is you would be water fasting for. For real, I will go well over 24 hours many days of the week. Because I either forget to eat or something like that, but I don't think I'd go fucking more than that either. Though. Just finished teaching 2 back-to-back cycling classes. Good for you. What's the difference between flexibility work and mobility work? Flexibility work is me just working on making sure I'm staying nice and stretched out. I'm treating my muscles right. Mobility work for me is actual kind of bounding and calisthenics and stuff like that. Or proprioception work, like moving your body in space. Please just stop, dude. I do stretching every morning. Hey, Alan, what's up, bro? What's up, man? Katie DeMost? Hey, KC DeMost. Sorry, I said Katie because the D. Anyway. Hey, Alan, I lost 20 pounds and improved my eating habits to prepare for the new COVID variant. Okay. And I plan on keeping these new habits. I'm happy you prepared for the new cold because just so you know, and this is just kind of medical fact, as variants arrive, which they arrive from keeping the pathogen into the spreading through the population more often, which is why we should have actually isolated and let it run through the low-risk population quickly. That way it would be out of the population, and almost everybody would have inherent natural immunity, which is lasting, which would have made it so we wouldn't have all these pop-ups again. It would actually help the next waves out, and that's just, epidemiology, biology. But virology and biology. Anyway, sorry, like I said, just got worked out, and it's about to thunderstorm its ass off here. But to prepare for a new variant of a cold, because it's a cold virus, very realistically, I know that upsets many of you, but it is a cold virus. It is going to be less deadly. Viruses normally tend to mutate into more highly contagious and more deadly. There's actually no evolutionary incentive for viruses to become more deadly and kill off the host faster. There's none. The viruses want to spread. It's the evolution of viruses. They're not trying to kill people. They're trying to host and propagate. It's nature. I only do 40 ounces most. Is it to stop eating junk food by stopping cold turkey? I'm 180 pounds. Thanks for the answer. I don't I still ingest something just for pleasure a couple times a week. And I have something that's like sweeter every day. Now, sometimes it's just a sweet potato. Like last night I had a sweet potato with just a sliver of butter and some PB2 powder. And holy fuck, that was good. Holy fuck, it was good. So I'll probably do it again. Or I'll put some PB&J powder in it from Planta. That way it'll be like, that way it'll be both peanut butter and jelly, sweet potato. I know it sounds crazy. And I'm baking with that shit and everything like that now too. I fucking love it. I teach cycling and running coaching because if the high cardio, I have a hard time building muscle. What kind of routine do you suggest? I suggest you eat more. That would be the issue. If you have a hard time building muscle, I would suggest you do some decently heavy resistance training. And by decently heavy, I mean nothing. You're still not anything powerlifting. I still think you should do like anywhere between 8 to 12 reps, just decently heavy. Maybe take some more rest between breaks. You're obviously getting your cardio in, but that's not my kind of training. Just so you know. I'm not a muscle building guy. I'm not. Just because I can build muscle on me, but I'm not a muscle building guy. With PCOS, what are some things you think a person should avoid food wise? The same thing that everybody else should avoid food wise. You should avoid. First of all, you should definitely avoid highly inflammatory foods because you're in a highly inflammatory state. You have higher than normal androgen levels for a female. So keeping the inflammation down will absolutely help. So sugar, processed flour, those sorts of things. Not carbohydrates. You can, I would still get carbohydrates from vegetables and stuff like that for PCOS, and that's what we advise to people. The thing with PCOS is it inherently gives you insulin resistance and stuff like that. So that's why a lot of times the doctor puts you on metformin. Mark and I are working on something for the new brand that may possibly also address this too. Just so you know. But I definitely think you should eat a more lower glycemic response food. Like that way you're not pumping up your insulin because you do have some insulin resistance. That way you're not pumping up your insulin the whole time for PCOS. Just overhead 135. Feel great. Good for you. Do you think it's okay if I go for a 5K run or after leg day? It depends on you. How the fuck would I know? That's the thing. Why would it not be okay? Okay, the reason why it would not be okay is you're fatigued. You're so fatigued that it negatively affects the gait of your run. Why would you not be able to? List me off the reasons why you think not. It's such a broad statement. Are your knees broken? There's so many things that could go on. It always amazes. No, I'm not trying to be offensive. I don't really need to try, do I? But I'm not trying to be offensive. But what the fuck, people? You guys ask these broad ass fucking questions. I'm gonna get a newsflash for you. If somebody on live would answer that shit, oh yeah, it's perfectly fine. They have no idea who the fuck you are. They have no idea your physical capabilities. They have no idea how hard you work out. They have no idea how the intensity you run at. They have no idea any of this shit about you. They're just gonna be like, sure. That's fucking stupid if they would do that. It could hurt you very, very badly. So please be mindful. Let me pop this up just a little bit. There we go. I feel a little better that way. How's it going? It's going fucking great. Hello from Modesto, California. Lots of fans here. That's fucking awesome. Thank you very much. Greetings from SoCal. Experience do powerlifting / strength training in a deficit. How about this? Unless you plan on making money off powerlifting, just be consistent. Okay. I still I still would lift it decently heavy. I would just make sure I would have an extra time for one kind of prehab and also for recovery. I've lost about 10 pounds since I started watching you, since you started your new job. Thank you. Does HGS, yes, it does. I haven't mentioned it yet, but I'm a man, and in my opinion, you have way too much toxic masculinity. Okay. Toxic masculinity is a word coined by pussies. And if you think I'm toxic, you should stay the fuck away from me. And if you'd say that to my face, you'd find out how toxic that would get. So I don't give a fuck what pussies think about me. I really don't. You have way too much toxic masculinity. You sound fucking stupid. For real. Like, how do you feel about John Meadows passing? I feel bad about anybody's passing. I did not know the man. I really didn't. He is apparently a well loved human being, which is awesome. You know what I mean? Like, I feel bad for him. Obviously, he did have some. He had some congenital shit that he didn't process electrolytes correctly in his body, which is one of the reasons why he was able to stay lean, kind of, from what I understand. But he was massively loved by lots and lots of people, and I believe he was going to be at Athlete Next this year. I was, with all the fucking crazy shit and travel and stuff like that, I was going to go to Athlete Next this year. I was invited, but I'm not going to fucking go when all this shit is fucking crazy, because I'm not going to drive that far, and I'm not going to fucking fly because I'm not going to wear a fucking mask, because that's stupid. Which, by the way, I don't know if you guys saw my post on my community tab. Just so everybody knows, when I say that for under 70 years of age, when and I actually, this is one of the things I was talking to YouTube about today. It is on the World Health Organization website, WHO website. And in fact, I can do this. Oh, I can't. Can I not add one? Okay, anyway. It's on the World Health Organization website that if you're under 70 years of age, the original COVID, the more dangerous version of COVID, was less deadly than the seasonal flu for you. It's on the WHO website, and it has been for a long time. It's what I said from the very, very beginning. So I told you, motherfucker. So, how you doing? How you like me now? But John Meadows, see how the ADHD fucking gets crazy. But John Meadows, from what I understand, was an awesome guy, and I feel bad that anybody passed away. I mean, like he was young. He was younger than me. Like he was 49, from what I understand. That's too fucking young. He's got kids, family. I feel horrible about that. And horrible for them. I hope that they're okay. It's horrible. It's a horrible thing. But I didn't know him, so it's not like I can be like, oh my god, I feel bad for my friends. I know that Jeff knew him, and Mark and him were friends. Like, I mean, and I feel bad for Mark. Mark was tore up about it. Tore up about it. So I did Daily Reese's, nothing too bad. Keeps me from binging. I would suggest you just eat that later in the day, though, too. That way, if it does actually start like a glycemic response in your body, you would be like asleep for it. Anyway, toxic masculinity. There's a 2020 term people would never make back in the 80s or 90s. That's the thing. I mean, that's fine. They can call. I'm getting toxic shirts printed up. Like, call me whatever fuck you want. It does not bother me. Like, that's the thing. I do not. You can call me toxically masculine all you fucking want. I do not care. I do not suggest you scream into my face, because that would be bad for you. That's all I'm saying. And I've yet to have that happen where anybody's like, oh my god, I see you on YouTube. I've seen people walk up to me. I had one person be like, hey man, I've said some mean stuff to you on YouTube. I hope you're okay. I was like, I have no idea who the fuck you are, and I couldn't give a fuck less. And they laughed and they said, thank you, man. I walked away. I love beer. Help me. Go to AA. That's not what I do. Hey Alan, do you recommend eating seeds in the diet? Sunflower seeds, extra? I eat like butter, seed butter, but I don't necessarily eat seeds that much. I really don't. But if it's good for you, it's good for you. Stop being fatphobic. Saying that obesity kills people is not fatphobic. Saying that being in an obese state is also a chronically inflammatory state that leads to almost every other major lifestyle-driven illness: type 2 diabetes, heart disease, brain inflammation, osteoarthritis, liver disease, non-alcoholic fatty liver disease. So many things. That's not fatphobic. That's just true. I mean, I'm sorry if you're a massively morbidly obese person and that hurts your feelings, but sometimes the truth can actually just fucking hurt. So, I mean, like, you should unfatten yourself. You really should. Like, for your own good. This is me looking out for you in other ways that people are not. I'm telling you, if you're a morbidly obese person, to save your own life, lose weight, and be healthier. I'm trying to extend your life. If that hurts your feelings right now because you look in a mirror and hate yourself to the point where somebody's saying that being obese is bad for you, hurts your feelings because you know deep down it's true. I mean, you know it's true when you try to like when it sounds like you're breathing gravy. You know, like I mean, you know it's true when you can barely get up a flight of fucking stairs if you're a morbidly obese person. So, Katie, I really feel for you. I do suggest you get some counseling to deal with whatever you got going on that's keeping you morbidly obese, and that is keeping you to the point where you're lashing out at people saying statistics and facts and begging for you to get healthy. I suggest you start with counseling and go from there. I eat oatmeal and honey every day. Is that bad? I mean, if you can eat it in portion and you're at a healthy weight and it's not causing you to overeat, why would it be bad? It sounds to me like it's all natural food as long as the honey is not overly done. I wouldn't suggest you. And honey is a natural sugar. I ingest honey. I'll ingest honey way faster than I would processed sugar. Way faster because it's a naturally processed thing. Hey, Alan, with your program, do you work around? Around someone nearly diabetic? I would gotta be fucking. I bet you 50 to 65, 70% of our clients are pre-diabetic. Something like that, but yes, we absolutely do, and we've had very good success in reversing that, or very good success at least in them controlling it. So, fat phobic. You fucking wow. No such thing as toxic masculinity. Thank you, Hannah. I appreciate it. Let's see. Every blink I eat a cheeseburger. Okay, that's fine. Is there a moderator here? I'll be the moderator. I'm actually going to let her go because she sounds crazy. Will you ever debate with a fat activist? I'd fucking destroyed Dr. Joshua Walrick on fucking debate like 2 years ago. Like fucking devastated him. Got him to admit that there was actually a weight where he would prescribe as a fucking weight stigma doctor that he would prescribe weight loss. And I got him to admit that the science is just the science and that it causes brain inflammation, it causes systemic inflammation, that it causes cancer, 13 different types of cancer, more prevalently than smoking. So I don't need to debate another. I could debate another one easily. It's just facts. I mean, like that's the thing. It's just facts. And I mean, he's a doctor and I fucking destroyed him. So his whole thing was like, but the weight stigma makes people feel that. Fuck you, shut up, get fucking healthy. And that's just how that shit is. You know, if you can't talk science with me, if it's all about fee-fees, fucking go the fucking way. The absolute masculinity is toxic. I fucking agree with you there, Robert. Absolutely. What was my opinion of Rich Piana? I hear he was a horrible person. He was fucking horrible for fucking fitness. And I wasn't a huge fan. I'm just not a huge fan. The whole gallon of milk a day thing to fucking get big, wasn't a fan of that. So just not a fan. I don't like to speak ill of the dead, but I mean, I used to make videos on him, and then people were like, "You're just jealous of him. He's better than you." And it was like after he died, so I said, "Well, I've been better at living for a year." I mean, that's the fucking truth. Like I really am like I'm about health, you know, and I'm that's where I'm staying. But I feel bad for his family, obviously. But I mean, come on now, he had to have fucking known. Alan, you're the best. Keep spitting facts. Thank you very much. And Katie, what Katie doesn't realize is Katie is actually just fucking helping my interactions right now. That's what we're having her do. She's a good little unpaid intern. Yeah, she got a notification. That's fucking very true. I fucking didn't think about that. Hello from Canada. What's up, motherfucker? Let's see. Hey, Alan, with your program, I answered that one. Good. I'm a teacher and I'm back to work, which means my diet is back to being more tight and clean than normal. Any low-calorie, non-coffee tips for fatigue I face when I'm on it? Here's my thing. Talk to your doctor, but also make sure you don't have any micronutrient holes like B12. Those are things that might help you a little bit too. Fat lives matter. If only they mattered to fat people as much as they matter to me. Like they matter to me because I try to get people not to be fat because their lives do matter. The thing is, if you're fat and you keep yourself fat, you're pretty much saying that your life doesn't matter to you. So, just fact, you know. He doesn't fear fat people. Why would I fear something I could just walk backwards away from at a slow fucking pace and them not catch me? Why would I fucking ever be afraid of that? I mean, if a 400-pound person tries to come at me, I could step to the side. I mean, like, I'm sorry, but I'm not trying to be mean, but that's just true. Like, if you're a fucking morbidly obese person, you are physically impaired. I mean, you really, really are. Even when you are a super big athlete, you don't have the mobility you have if you're a super morbidly obese athlete. I can tell you for a fucking fact because I know, you know. I blocked Katie. No, I can't see the spams. I'm keeping her, like, just so everybody knows, I'm keeping her on here because it's good for my interactions. Like it's like the more comments, the more interactions. From what YouTube told me. So spam the fuck away. Please start saying something about my bald head and my tattoos. That'll help out too. Okay, that'll help me sell some shirts. If you block all the messages, magically away. Good, good, good. You mess with Bitcoin? I don't talk about my investments. Hey, Alan, I'm 5'8", 33 years old, 191 pounds. I want to lose fat and gain muscle, but I'm struggling to find what actually kilograms to go to. I think you should worry more about like eating consistently than worry about the exact calorie measure because those are just radical guesstimates. I can tell you this, that if you're looking to lose fat and gain muscle, you should lose fat first, then try to gain muscle out consistently. That's my biggest suggestion to you. Will you make a toxic femininity shirt and I'll buy it? I might do that. I think Katie has a crush on you. No, I think she really, really, really hates me. Just block everyone, the 3 dots and the click. You know, I mean, my thing is it's helping my interactions. So, stop being racist and fat phobic. I love the racist thing. Like, do you realize how insulting it is to people that have actually experienced racism when a fat person says that calling them fat is racist? Do you realize how fucking insulting that is? Like, do any of you realize the shit that comes out of your fucking mouth? You know? Like, I'm old enough to remember, like, racism. Like, me and my friends would go to places after track meets and, like, they wouldn't serve us and shit. So, you're actually fucking, like, co-opting like an actual real fucking thing. It's pathetic. I mean, like I understand you have very low standards for your own life. That's what keeps you morbidly obese if you use that rhetoric. And I'm not talking just about Katie, but those people that all call me racist because I say that fat people are not healthy, because fat people are not healthy. Statistically, factually, everything. And if you are a healthy fat person, you're not. You're not. But I just find that really fucking, that's really, really, really fucking bad. Of course, fat lives matter. That's why we're here to help. Yep, exactly. It's time to block someone. Stop being racist, fat phobic. Stop being racist, fat phobic. Stop eating junk. Amazing response, Alan. Thank you very much. I appreciate it. Alan, am I a gamer? Yes, no shit, dude. I had my PlayStation 4, PlayStation, whatever, the not the newest one, but my PlayStation 4 crapped the fuck out during the pandemic. And I gotta be real, I like it better without it. Like, I would sit down every day, and I loved sniper games. I would sit down every day and play some sniper games. I just don't have the fucking time anymore. And it was pulling away from research and shit like that. I'm reading like something like 7 or 8 studies a day right now, you know, and that's just habitual studying. Like that's like the pre-back work I'm doing just to make sure I understand what the fuck I'm talking about, and researching you know, healthy natural compounds to try to help reduce appetite and blood sugar regulation and inflammation and stuff like that. So I'm reading tons and tons and tons and tons and tons of data like that, and I just don't have the time to sit down and play games for like an hour or so. I just fucking don't. I work out for about an hour and a half a day, 45 minutes here, 45 minutes there, and then I do a little bit of yoga because it's in my lifestyle. And then I just don't have time. And then the free time I do have, I spend with my wife and my kid. You know, like that's important to me. I'm not gonna, like, if I don't have a lot of free time, I'm not gonna do something that's just solitary, because I like reading is solitary to me. I do a lot of fucking reading. I mean a fucking lot of fucking reading. So that's so solitary for me that I would just rather spend time with my wife and kid. You know. I love how there's a snowflake term for everything nowadays. Just want people, and I don't care. Call me whatever the fuck you want. You know, it's fucking ridiculous. Now, Mountain Girly. Yeah, they've been calling me racist for years, though. Like, that's the thing. Like, all this bullshit. Like, everybody's like, "Oh my God, they're trying to cancel you." They've been trying to cancel me for fucking years. I mean, they mass report. They do all sorts of shit. The problem is, here's the thing, people. It's not the account. It's not. It's the message, you know. And I understand that's hard for you, but no matter what's going to happen is, like, you could delete every fucking thing I have. I could start it new tomorrow, and I could fucking place a few fucking ads even if I wanted to, and I'd be fucking back. Like, I mean, I don't understand the fucking issue. If you do not like hearing the truth that I'm telling you about how you have fucking fucked your life up by eating too much and being too fucking sedentary, don't listen. but that's not going to change the fact that it's true. You know, if you have gluttoned and sedentaried yourself, if you have gluttoned and slothed yourself into fucking bad health, that's on you. Me saying that's bad, it should be a wake up call to you. Hello from the West Coast, 100 pounds down. Fucking boom! That's fucking great shit right there. 100 pounds down. Gus Berg, great fucking go. 30 pounds to go. Best of all, my A1 is lower than ever. That's the fucking key. That's the fucking key. And I bet you feel like, I bet your joints feel a ton better. God damn. Let me move this back just a little bit. There we go. I bet your joints feel a fucking ton better too. And that's the fucking thing. It lowers your inflammation level down, especially once you get your A1C down. It actually has a systemic inflammation, anti-inflammatory effect. So you're fucking very good. Awesome job, motherfucker. Awesome. If me not finding sickness attractive and liking the state of my body where I feel weightless and free to do what I want is fat phobic, then absolutely. I mean, everybody, like, it's just, if in reality, people should not want to be fat. And if you are, you should, if you really understood what you were doing in your body, which you do, like most obese people know, they can feel it. I knew it. And they want to escape it, they just can't. So when they can't, they feel that they can't. This is how they lash out, you know? Oh, you're streaming with like a 5-minute delay. I'm not streaming with a 5-minute delay. I just have lots of questions to get to, dumbass. Hello from Poland. Awesome. I fucking love that shit. Why does your channel keep losing subs instead of growing? Oh, probably because people don't like hearing what I got to say. I mean, why does yours not grow? And again, dude, I understand you hate me for lots of fucking reasons, but bro, I'm not your dad. Like, I don't know your mom. Please stop. I don't know. I don't know who the fuck you are. I mean, you're like fuck. I mean, you're just some weird dude that shows up very fucking angry at me for some fucking reason. So I'm not your dad. Thankfully. I used to be 155 pounds. Now I'm at 122. Started playing basketball outside. Good for you. Good for you. Alan, what's your new IG account? It's the MFing COO. THEMFING COO. Imagine having so little joy. Right, no shit. Speaking of fat phobic, I was just in the drive-through at a coffee shop getting black coffee, and the barista tried to give me a free cookie. Crazy. Any thoughts on John Meadows? And like I said, I didn't know the man. It's tragic. I feel bad for his family. I really feel bad for I have mutual friends that were friends with him, so they're pretty tore up about him. They say he was an amazing person. So that's all I really have to say. My deepest sympathies and condolences to John Meadows' family and anybody that was a fan of his. I honestly did not keep up with that side of fitness that much. I hear he's an amazing person though, just amazing. Thank you, Alan. You were driving force behind my husband and I finally taking seriously. I'm down nearly 50 pounds. Teresa, that's fucking awesome. Great fucking job. Casey knows I only drink a small cup of black coffee and nothing, and then 4 gallons of water. That's a lot of water. A lot of water. Let's see. Prenatals have made a huge difference for me. Prenatal vitamins will help a person out too. 100 question mark? I don't know. Do you work with people on keto? I work with I'll work with people with any malady as long as they get doctor's approval to do stuff. Any malady. Like, I mean, I don't care. I don't care what politics you are, what race you are, what gender you are, what you identify as. I don't care who you voted for, who you plan on voting for. I don't care what you feel about any social issue. I do not care about anything like that. I could not give a fuck less. I want to help people get healthy. My opinions are my opinions. Your opinions are your opinions. But facts are facts. And if you are unhealthy, I will try to help you get healthy. That is what people pay me to do, and that is what I find passion in my life about. I do not give a fuck. I do not give a fuck what diet you've been on, what diet you are on. I do not care if you have to lose 10 pounds and you feel like you have a bad relationship with food. I don't care if you need to lose 500 pounds. I do not care if you need to gain weight. I will help you the best I can. Are there people that I send to other people or send say that like we're not the coach for you? Yes, I mean it happens fairly decently because the person has a different idea of what they want from me. Like they're like I want to lose body fat and gain muscle and I want to end up shredded. That's not the fucking coaching I do. So please, if you're thinking of that, please do not sign up. I do not do get shredded coaching. I do not do big shoulder coaching. I do not do I don't do that. It's like somebody fucking signed up the other day because they wanted their shoulders look like mine. I was like, well, invent a time machine, have your mom go back and bang my dad, preferably before he met my mom. And then you can have shoulders like mine possibly. You know what the fuck? I mean, it's just not realistic. What are some things seniors can do to help their mobility besides walk? Well, it depends what you mean. Like, I mean, if you're actually just looking at mobility, like I like when I say mobility work for me, I'm talking like athletic mobility, you know, like agility and stuff like that, like agility more than anything like that. But mobility work, I would definitely tell seniors. I used to train seniors on deadlifts, starting with a PVC bar, you know, or have them just pick up two 2.5 pound dumbbells off the floor, you know, slow, controlled, making sure they were okay. Like, I mean, you can do so much more just to make sure that you have full range of mobility in your joints, because that's where when elderly people start having problems, that's where the problem lies. Do you ever practice push-ups? A little earlier I said I did about 150 as my warm-up before my workout. Fat is a race now. It's so funny. So and she's gone. They stopped. So, hey Alan, I'm looking for terrible fitness advice. Is this the right channel? I tell you what, buddy. You tell me what fitness advice I've given bad about losing weight, and back it up with science. Okay. And then I'll entertain not laughing at you because you're so fucking triggered by me. Like, I don't understand. Like, for real, I am not your dad. You're not even like old enough for me to have banged your mom because I've been married so long. You know what I mean? Like, it's fucking sad. Like, I mean, like you literally have notifications on to show up to say shit to me. Like, you're fucking pathetic. I mean, like, really, like, it's really, really sad. I'm Black and Simone, and I had some blue-haired lady, land whale, call me a racist. I was like, really? That's so funny. And thanks for the help, great advice. Thank you very much. Thoughts on resveratrol? It's got some pretty good data behind it. I don't know. I've only read a few studies on it, so I don't really know enough on it to like speak at length. I can't remember the dosage either, so once I don't know the dosage, I don't fucking talk that much about it. I do. It's in one of the supplements I do take though. Do you have any advice for someone who's underweight in counseling and getting into the fitness culture? Thanks for any advice. See this. If you're in counseling, I would listen to your counselor. If you're underweight, I would try to change the composition of the food you eat, because sometimes underweight people have a hard time with the volume of food. So if you change the caloric density of the food you eat, that might actually help you. Like how I manage, like right now I'm eating chuck steak, and that instead of sirloin. Chuck steak gives me about an extra, for how I eat it, based off fat content, it gives me about an extra 250 to 300 calories a day. So when I want to cut that out, when I want to pull back a couple hundred calories, I just switch my cut of meat for how much I eat, and then it lowers my caloric intake down about 250 to 300 calories, depending on the size of the meat and the guesstimate that it is, right? So I would suggest you increase the density of your food without adding highly processed foods to it. That's my suggestion. You're so inspirational. Glad I found you. Thank you very much. I don't think people realize that obesity is an illness. It's actually a true illness. Yep. I had double trailers and walking horse. Plenty of exercise. I couldn't get that. Sorry, Alan. What non-fitness YouTubers do you like? I watch Adam Calhoun. I watch Ryan Upchurch. I watch Moccasin Creek. I watch a lot of music channels and their vlogs that they go through. Besides that, I mean, I watch the Hodge twins. I guess they're not necessarily fitness anymore. A few others like that, but I gotta be real. I don't watch a lot of YouTube. I don't care to. I really, really don't. I watch my friends' videos pretty much. That's about it. But I don't, and even then, I don't watch all of them. Just to be real, and they know that. Like, I'm very busy. So, and I would much prefer do shit for me and on our shit than sit and spend time watching YouTube. Just to be real. Just kidding. I'm messing around. Yeah. Okay. I weigh 360 pounds and have been very active my whole life, but obviously struggle with food. I agree with everything Alan states. You know, you're obviously struggling severely with food. I would get some counseling about that. Okay. The people who apologize The people who apologize can never get canceled. Anyway, YouTube purposely unsubscribe people without giving their permission. Yeah, I was talking to them about that today, and they actually say that that doesn't happen. So, uh, let's see. And Robert Smith. I gave up lifting for cycling, putting in 15 miles 4 times a week, 6 foot 210, and sticking between 207 and 215. Good for you. I feel better overall. Should I drop some more? And do you have keto plans for clients? We don't do plans like that. We don't. We take a person's life that they have right now and we kind of just switch it, like morph it a little bit. So if you're already on keto and it's working for you, I don't know why you would get my coaching. I would just like lower your caloric level down a little bit, just to be real. We do food behaviors for people. We do stuff like that. Like we don't do the athletic. It sounds to me like you're training athletically. We don't do athletic training very often at all. And normally when we do, it's because the person's larger and they want to, that's how they train themselves. And we just try to be very, very mindful and careful. But I would suggest that you just take a look at maybe, like I said, changing the cut of meat and all like that to reduce just the fat content a little bit, so you can still feel satiated and it'll go down. But we do not do I would suggest that you actually don't need our coaching. Like it's not really for you. Now, if you have a problem with binge eating or something like that while doing keto and everything like that, that's a different scenario. But if you're good at sticking to your thing and it's working for you, and you just are looking to lose a couple extra pounds, I would just try to either increase your activity just slightly a little bit, or I would just like reduce down your calories just slightly, and make sure you're just make sure you're training well. The thing with cyclists and runners and stuff like that, oftentimes they do like you really do need to like make sure you're fueling some activity because it's just such a long thing. I don't suggest. That's why I don't. That's another reason why I don't suggest that like very obese people pick up cycling right off the bat. First of all, dangerous as fuck. Even though there's not much impact, but just the way your body moves is compromised. Secondly, the caloric burn is the actual intensity of long bike rides for a morbidly obese person can cause issue. Guy from Kings Highway. My girlfriend and I quote the line from you, "You're living off Twinkies and ho-hos," from you constantly. $5. Thank you very much for the tip. I appreciate it. And thank you very much. I've been following your pull push legs format where I replaced the yoga day with muscle massage stretch sessions. Noticed a big difference in recovery. Good for you. Good for you. And thank you very much. I appreciate it. Let's see. My county is mandating masks again and having a fine. That's stupid. It's dumb. I've never even owned one. Now, I'm not saying I haven't used one. I did. I had to get a disposable one for travel and stuff like that once or twice. And the fucked up thing is I never used one when I was in healthcare. I was in ICU units weekly doing meal rounds and shit like that. Multiple ICU intensive care units weekly. Never wore a mask, not once. Not even fucking thought about it. Nobody even fucking mentioned it to me. Nobody does. Rode my bike for 2 hours in a heat advisory, putting in the work. Just be careful. Make sure you hydrate. What do you think of Ben Patrick, aka the knees over toes guy? I think I've maybe watched like 2 minutes of his shit. I fucking don't know. Thoughts on Mike Israetel? I do believe he does a lot of research and then bases his opinions off of it. I again don't watch a lot of his content either. I've read some papers by him though, so that seem to be, that are top notch. But he does different type of like focus than me. Like, so you guys are asking me about like these lifters and shit like that I don't really research because I'm focused, and for the last several years, I focused my entirety of my research and like that on obesity and weight loss, and healthy living. So you're asking me about people that I would not probably be watching to begin with, Advice to curb pregnancy cravings. They are so brutal. My advice is to talk to your doctor. What are your thoughts on David Goggins? I've made a massive transformation so far. He's highly motivating. I don't know about losing 100 pounds in 3 months. I think that seems a little extreme. And I do believe it sets like this precedent that like you got to try to train like David Goggins, and he is what would be considered an anomaly. So I think that he's super positive, super motivating, and knows his shit. But at the same time, like that type of weight loss is pretty fucking dangerous, if you ask me. He could have gotten hurt, anything like that. A bunch of things could have happened. I'm 2 weeks clean from a V-Trids ad. Funny. You're asking me about pregnancy. Just stumbled upon you recently. I was wondering about your background. I worked in healthcare for about 12, 13 years. Before that, I ran nightclubs and bars. Actually, I think 14 years total. Before that, I worked at nightclubs and bars. And then before that, I was in college. And before that, I was in the Marine Corps. And then before that, I was fucking in high school. I'm an old motherfucker. But I've been doing this for about 6 years now. So. Do you take black garlic? Excellent for the immune system. I'm not going to say whether I do or don't because there's a derivative I might take of it. People just can't know the truth. Nope, they can't. And brutal honesty. Thank you very much. Lost 16 kilograms in a half year. That's fucking great right there. Do you think promoting obesity should be a crime? No, it shouldn't be a crime. I mean, like, people can promote shit to you. They really, really can. And then, like, you have a decision to fucking, like, do it or not. My problem is it's very, like, weak-minded people that are weak-minded, either weak-minded people or it's people that are looking to feel like they're okay. Like, they would rather be told you're okay when they're in an ill state than actually do the work to try to get out of the ill state, because the work that they think is presented in front of them is so severe that they don't want to fucking do it, you know? Thoughts on Cuomo resigning? Big fucking deal. He should be in jail. Let me tell you something. He did the mandates to put COVID positive patients. The mandates to put COVID positive patients back into nursing homes would have been illegal before 2020, before the mandate. If you were a nursing home administrator and you admitted a patient with a highly contagious pathogen to the census of your building before 2020, and anybody died or got sick, you could go to fucking jail. You'd definitely lose your fucking license, but you could go to fucking jail, you know? And they made it not only legal, but they mandated it. Like, you don't need to know, like, that is literally like putting a mountain lion in a fucking room full of fucking chickens. You know, it's fucking crazy. The virus is going to eat until it feels fed. You know, it's fucking crazy. And to do that in multiple different states was catastrophic. And I'm sorry, I could argue forever that it led to the deaths of tens of thousands of elderly people needlessly. That's why in any disaster plan I've ever helped write for multiple different counties in the country, when we talk about outbreaks and all like that, we isolate in place and we do not admit anybody. Like, nobody should have been admitted. Like, I mean, it's fucking insanity. It's just, it goes against all possible logic and the law at the time, you know? When did you decide to come down from 275, your current state, and not regain muscle mass? Was the extra muscle mass a problem for your frame? Well, one, it's going to be impossible to lose that kind of weight. When you're a morbidly obese man, when you weigh 275 pounds from eating, from lifting heavy and eating fucking McDonald's and fucking and shit like that the entire time, you're not going to retain all the muscle mass you had. That's just reality. Nor should you be concerned about it. You should be concerned about saving your own motherfucking life so you can see your grandchildren. You know, but to me, I just want to. I'll probably end up trying to weigh about 175. Wherever that puts me at muscle-wise and everything like that, I'm good with. So I got about 7 or 8 pounds to go, but I am right now doing a lot of athletic training, so I'm not really worrying about cutting weight at all. I'm just kind of like being healthy, fueling my body, eating healthy food, feeling good, sleeping good, doing all the good stuff in life, like all the good stuff in life. Why do some people have the need to eat when they are not even hungry? They don't have the need to eat. They want to eat, or they have biologically made themselves hungrier by what they've eaten before, and/or. So a lot of people stress eat. A lot of people eat highly insulinogenic items such as processed sugar, and it causes your body to want more of that shit. And/or combination. Some people just eat out of boredom, so it's habitual for a lot of people, but it can be biological and habitual. And if you find yourself eating when you are not hungry, it is not a healthy thing. Been having bottom foot pain. Any tips? Go to a doctor. What's the best exercise for obese people? Swimming, if you ask me. I mean, swimming is fucking amazing. One, it helps, and this is no shit, depending on the size of the obese person, it helps keep them clean. And many obese people a year die from skin fold infections. When they get necrotizing fasciitis, where they actually have to have skin cut off of them because it's a bacteria-eating flesh. It's flesh-eating bacteria. So it helps keep them clean, but it also is very low impact on the joints. It actually will probably feel a little better on their other joints. And they can do it for an extended period of time. You know, like To me, that's the best way. Absolutely. So happy to catch live. Thank you. Hey, Alan. Have you heard about the whoosh effect? I don't know. Stop. How come you go after obesity and fat acceptance instead of going after people like V-Shreds or who else? Because one, I did the stuff on V-Shreds, but two, you know, when we are at over 50% obesity probably after 2020 in America, and people that actually athletic train and buy programs and stuff like that, it's like 2%, 3% of the fucking country. He's a lot less dangerous, and nobody that knows it, like it's just not even close to the same threat. And like, why the fuck, if everybody else is going after him, like, somebody needs to talk about obesity, because all these other motherfuckers aren't. All these other motherfuckers are just saying what they can fucking say to be fucking popular. I'm done with all that shit. I'm not saying I'm never going to do comedy again. I'm not even saying I'm not going to do comedy videos again. But until we fucking get onto a healthy path in the fucking society, I got strict focus. Now, there is some talk about, like, I've been invited to do some stand-up places and stuff like that too, which I may do, but we'll see. I don't know. I'm more focused on the other shit too. Am I Jewish? No, I'm not Jewish. Dude, I didn't know you were in the military. Thanks for your service. I barely even remember it. It was that fucking far ago. I barely even fucking remember it. Like, I mean, no shit. I had a little fucking head injury since then too. I'm so happy. I'm so happy. There was a man who got two choices: either prison 18 months or took the COVID vaccine. Hopefully, this happens to regular people also, so we can keep each other safe. The best way you can keep each other safe is not come down an escalator behind people, because if Sophia, you're a large person. If you would trip down an escalator, you could take out a lot of people. So that would be your part. Don't take escalators. But also, if you want to keep yourself safe, you would lose some weight. Let's see. What do you think about fiber capsules for hunger management? Fiber is important, but the capsules, I don't know. So, turned 41 yesterday, lost 16 kilograms in 6 months. Great fucking job. The lockdowns have hurt a lot of people, very much. What do you think about German volume training? It is the only program besides one I've written that I've ever run. I kind of did 5x5 when I first started out, but then I fucking lost interest in it. It is the only program I've ever run from beginning to end. And I honestly have not seen that many other people's programs. Like, I couldn't tell you what any of my friends' programs look like. I've never seen a Jeff Cavalier program. I've never run a Mark Lobliner program. I've never run a Steve Shaw program. I've never run any programs by anybody I'm ever associated with, because I always just write my own. So, and I'm not going to run fucking, like, I couldn't even tell you about conjugate or anything like that. Like, to me, especially now, like, working out's been different, but I've always done my own programming, so I've never run anybody else's. Why did you say that getting to a 500-pound squat in one of your videos was useless? What did it do for me? What the fuck would it do for you? Are you gonna win competitions with that? Doubtful. Is the training that's gonna get you there to do a 500-pound squat, most of the time unhealthy? Sure, it's unhealthy most of the time. It's 500 pounds. Come on now. You know what I mean? Like, it's just, it solved nothing. It did nothing. It did nothing for me. It did absolutely nothing for me. So why do it? Mini bands to build muscle. If you like him, so. I'm 5'6". I was diagnosed with metabolic syndrome and have struggled to lose weight. What best possible to lose weight? Well, if you've been diagnosed with metabolic syndrome and you are still in any way taking in any type of processed carbohydrates, you are hurting yourself. If you're on metabolic system and if you have been diagnosed with metabolic syndrome and you are on metformin or you're on insulin or anything like that for metabolic syndrome, and you are still taking in processed carbohydrates or even fucking carbohydrates probably to a certain degree, but non-vegetable carbohydrates, you're hurting yourself. So, I mean, that's how I see that. Do you think there should be laws against promoting? Do you think there should be laws against promoting and selling processed foods? No. People should be able to eat what they want. I mean, like, the thing is, people just talk themselves. Should there be limits, and should there be notifications of the actual risks of this shit? Absolutely, because we're made to seem like sugar's acceptable. Like sugar, you should view sugar like you view alcohol. If you want to give a bunch of alcohol to your child before they go to school, okay, but I don't fucking suggest it. It's not fucking great, Anyway, guys, it's almost 50 minutes. I'm going to answer a few more questions, and I'm out of here. In a zombie apocalypse, what's the best form of fitness to have? I'd say all around fitness. That way you can run, jump, move. You get out of the fucking way, maneuverable. So, what does your weekly workout routine look like these days? wake up about 10 minutes of yoga right when I fucking step out of bed. Normally, if I'm doing good, and then some computer work, office work. I do a little bit of a little bit more stretching, a little bit more yoga stretching. I stretch out my lower back, and then I normally hit about 45 minutes of suspension system training, and then that's most days of the week I do suspension system training, and then I'll do calisthenics for a little bit. And then maybe eat my first meal. Then a little later on, I'll do a full-blown yoga class led by my wife, and then maybe later on some more flexibility work where I just like kind of sit and stretch while we watch TV. A couple days a week, I go to the gym and lift weights because I still love lifting weights. I just don't do it as often, and it's not nearly as important in my lifestyle right now. And I'm trying to develop. I know I'm trying to develop methodology and methods for people to be able to work out at home, because I do foresee that a lot of people will never go back to the gym, whether they're allowed to or not. So, but I still think people should be healthy. And again, I'll work with anybody. You know, Lindsay, how the fuck are you doing? Rest weeks or not? I don't rest weeks. That would be fucking. You're weak. You're weak for not taking the mask on. Okie dokie. My man J.K. Simmons. No, original. How active should rest days be? I normally do at least a half hour's worth of yoga on rest days. You know, it depends on how you are. I would absolutely suggest that you move your body for 30 minutes a day in a way that raises your heart rate up a little bit every single day. That's what the literature says, and I agree. How do I get my parents to adopt the healthy habits? Do I take daily walks about their nutrition? I would at least start walking with them and then maybe cook for them, stuff like that. You look like Vin Diesel was slowly morphing into The Rock, but got stuck halfway through. That's a new one, and I've not heard that one before. I don't even really agree, but thank you. I'll say that. I use my resistance tubes on rest days. Thank you very, very much. I agree with that too. What cuisine do you think is the healthiest? Cuisine? Whole Foods. Whole Foods is a cuisine to me. So, but I do like I do eat a lot of Mexican seasoning and flavors. In fact, I made barbacoa meat last night in the Instapot, and we're gonna have barbacoa salads tonight, which is basically gonna be the reheated barbacoa meat. A little bit of cheese, a little bit of sour cream. My wife makes this really good salsa from scratch, like a spicy salsa from scratch, and then just maybe even a little bit more hot sauce because I like it spicy, and lettuce, like a lot of romaine lettuce underneath. So I'll have a nice big huge salad, and then I'll probably also have tomorrow. I'll probably have Indian. I'm gonna make a tiki masala stew basically tomorrow night. What else have I done? And then I grill a lot too. Like I grill almost every single day. So. MMA or boxing fan? I am, but I don't watch. I don't have time to watch TV. I gotta be real. I don't have time. I really don't. Okay. No J.K. Simons. I'd say he looks like Cal Ripken. Whatever. Hey Alan, have you ever have any family members try to stop you from being healthy or slow your process? No. I'm very lucky with that. That and like, my family kind of knows who the fuck I am and how the fuck I've always been, and they know that would be fruitless. You know. Do you follow cricket in the States? No, I don't. You're a conspiracy theorist. You said the COVID vaccine was 500 times more deadly. You said that COVID vaccine was 500 times more deadly than COVID vaccine. You said that there was election fraud. You don't believe in masks. Well, I believe in masks. I believe they don't work, like the science says. I also, the election fraud thing, we'll see. And then the vaccine, for people, this is no shit. For people that have already had the virus, it is statistically 500 times more dangerous than the virus. If you already have natural immunity, it is 500 times more dangerous to then take it back in, wipe out all of the natural immunity, and then fucking do it. And even with the fucking interactions, because if you already had the natural immunity, why the fuck would you take it? You're not at any danger, like, or 0.0001% or something like that, and then you take the vaccine to make it more dangerous for you and risk the interactions and risk the VAERS report and stuff. It's fucking fact. It's stats. So you can. I mean, I know that it hurts you. I mean, I know that like little stuff like the vaccine's not going to work as well on huge people like you. Or that you, as a morbidly obese woman, you're probably actually super morbidly obese if that's actually your picture. But as a super morbidly obese woman, you spread the virus longer and at higher rates than other people. You are going to get, when you contract it, you're going to get ill much faster. You're going to use hospital resources much faster. These are all just facts. Just facts. You know? Let's see. I've heard you shouldn't eat more than two whole eggs in a day. Who told you that? Because I eat more than that. Robert Smith, Whiplash. Okay, I've heard that one before too. I'm scrolling down a little bit, guys. It's not a cold. Yes, it is. It literally is a cold. It's a coronavirus. It's literally a cold. Show you the data. You can go. I tell you what. You can go for the infection fatality rate, where that says that the infection fatality rate for COVID-19, and we've known this for a year, is less than the seasonal flu for people under 70. You can check my community tab right now, because the study from the World Health Organization, did you hear that, YouTube? The study from the World Health Organization that says that COVID-19 is less deadly to people under 70 than the seasonal flu is on the World Health Organization website, and I shared it on my community tab. So I really hope this video gets stricken, because they know that I'm looking for them to do that. I checked with them today to see if I could share World Health Organization links, and they said yes, and there would be no way that I would be penalized for it. So me stating those facts and me sharing that should affect me and not. And it is literally a statement that COVID-19 for people under 70 years of age, no matter what their health, is less deadly than the seasonal flu. Period. By fact. According to the World Health Organization, I refuse to lock down and wear a mask. Good for you. I wore a mask out of the house all the time last year. Still got the coof back in December. You're going to. And one of the reasons why you're going to is going to be you're touching your face more often at a higher pace after you touch other shit. I mean, it's like one of the things, like when outbreaks actually happen, they'd say, don't touch your face, not put shit on and off it all the time. It's dumb. Just dumb. It's literally a cold. People act like it's the plague. I know, it's fucking ridiculous. COVID-19 is not the cold. No, it's a cold. It's a cold virus. Factually, it's a coronavirus. It's a cold virus. It's not the cold. It's a cold. It's the same thing as dying of it and with it. Dying of it, there's been less than 35,000 people over the course of the 2 years in the United States have died of it. Dying with it have been the rest of them. Math. I know it's hard for a lot of you, but it's the fucking truth. I was a foot pounder. I was a nobody. I stood watch. Best video on the Cooth on the internet, sort of here, anyway. Real question. Why do you dislike masks? They're dangerous for people. They affect people at a higher rate because they're touching their face more often, and they don't do anything. You're not going to stop an aerosolized virus with masks. If you can smell through it, you're not going to stop it. It's stupid. It's moronic. You may stop people from spitting on you, but they shouldn't be, I mean, come on now. Who fucking spits on other people? Stand the fuck away from people. And if you're scared, stay in. But to think that you're going to stop aerosolized vapor that has virus in it, which can travel up to 30 fucking meters, especially indoors, with a fucking torn Led Zeppelin t-shirt, makes you really fucking stupid. It just makes you it makes you completely anti-science and really fucking stupid. I'm going to answer one more, guys, and I'm done. Hey, Alan, can you do a full ROM Nordic hamstring curl? Just curious. I've never tried it. Don't fucking see a point in trying it either. Freaking people need to learn to read. They really do need to learn to read. Really do. Anyway, guys, I really appreciate you. We are taking a few more coaching clients. It's in the description box below. We would look forward to talking to you. If you have a disordered relationship with food, we can help you. Did I see that Kuma resigned? I can't read studies. Ooh. Did I see where Kuma resigned real quick? Again, Cuomo should be in jail. Who fucking cares if he resigns? He should be in jail. He was resigning over fucking the wrong reason. Absolutely. But anyway, if you do need help getting hold of your relationship with food, please. If you have a hard time with that, we can help you. Check it out. Description box below. Talk to all you later. Goddamn.